Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. We're going to be doing a quick recap this morning of the wild card and playoff races from last night. It was Monday, September 20th, so there's only a few games because not every team was in action last night. I think we're going to go about over 5 or so. Starting things off with the American League, some things off the top of the news. 46th home run for Salvador Perez. We're not going to talk about the game, so I'm going to give him a shout out right now. Most since Johnny Bench for a catcher, now leading all-time catchers in home runs. Pretty great achievement. We also had, what else do we got? With the Astros were shutting out the Angels. Didn't mean too much. I think we're going to talk about the rest in all the games. But yeah, Salvador Perez, big shout out to him. Let's jump in to the American League race where we have the Blue Jays losing to the Rays, a potential long shot, but a potential division playoff matchup. If Jays win the wild card, if they get in the wild card, win the wild card, and the Rays stay on top. Jays were out 2-0. About halfway through, 1-0 in the second after Teoscar Hernandez hits his 29th. Then we see Gurriel Jr. hit a solo shot in the 5th to give him a 2-0 lead. And with Robbie Ray on the mound, they were feeling fairly confident. But it was quickly erased when Diaz hits a 3-run shot in the bottom of the 5th to take a 3-2 lead. We also then see Wendell in the 8th add an insurance run. So the Rays put up 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and 1 in the 8th to take a 6-2 lead. Jays do manage to throw up 2 more runs in the 9th inning off a 2-run shot before any are out by Marcus Semien. The guy has been monster, his 41st of the season. We even see the Jays get the bases loaded at the end of the game. Potentially a questionable strikeout on the very last out of the game, but it was borderline enough that he shouldn't have taken it when Valera pinch hit in there to try and knock someone home with the bases loaded. Potentially could have been a walk, 1-run game, but doesn't matter. Jays are losing this one. I don't think that might. Oh no, there's one other American League game, and it's an important one. It's the Mariners on the road to the Athletics, and both these guys were a couple games out of the race, and whoever's going to be a part of it needs to win this series. And the Mariners get off to a quick 3-1 lead in the 3rd here, and they actually win this one 4-2. No home runs coming from either side. Both these guys just playing all around, generate your own runs baseball. Kyle Seager leading the way for his team. 3 hit, 3 RBIs. Is top of the lineup getting it done for the Mariners. Also Haniger in there, multi-hit night. France gets on there, gets a run, and Crawford as well. Those guys getting on, and Kyle Seager basically hitting them home. A's got as close as 4-2 in the bottom of the 8th, but that's as close as they'll get. Anderson goes 7-1 and 7 Ks. Anderson's been pretty solid for the Mariners since they traded for him. Manaea goes 5-4 runs, 3 Ks. Not a great outing. He's now 10-10 on the season. We'll get to the standings at the end here, but of course this affects it, and the A's probably the farthest team out now from a playoff spot. Now let's focus on the National League. The Reds were on the fence of losing. They were down 5-0 early in this game, but they managed to pile on 9 runs throughout the rest to really come back and win a must-win game, because had they lost this game, probably could be putting an X through them on the thumbnail. It's Castellanos, Votto leading the way with 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Votto multi-home run night again. This guy is potentially putting his name in the argument for MVP should we get to that point and the Reds make the playoffs. Suarez hits his 27th and Farmer his 15th. Whereas on the other side, when the Pirates took that 5-0 lead, it was off the bat to Sugo, his 8th, and Reynolds his 24th coming early in the game. Gutierrez only goes 3.1, giving up 5 earned runs and a couple of home runs. He gets the yank after going down 5-0. And Peters for the Pirates, after starting to blow the lead to these Reds, he goes 3 4 runs, 3 Ks. Big win for the Reds. They're still sticking around, but it's falling a little bit short here. as we move along to a spoiler game where the Orioles spoil the Phillies 2-0. Both runs coming in that first inning off of a couple of hits. Hayes leads the game off with a hit and ends up scoring. Santander then gets on base as well, and he scores. RBIs going to Severino and McKenna. The Phillies are shut out to 4 hits, and it's because John Means crushing it. 6.20 runs, 6 Ks. Just coming back, being a big force. Pretty much the biggest highlight of Orioles all season long. On the pitching, of course. Suarez on the other side goes 6, 200 runs, 5 Ks, and the Phillies 2 games above 500. Their best hope at playoffs is to make division lead, and of course this affects that pretty significantly. I do realize we missed one more, but American League game. What was I thinking? Yankees 4, Rangers 3. And the Yankees were at 4-0 early. Sanchez hits an early solo shot to give them a 1-0 lead, his 22nd. Then they generate 3 more runs in the third. They're up 4-0. But we see Culberson come in, lead things off in that 5th inning with a solo shot, and then the Rangers generate a couple more to bring it within 4-3. So Yankees fans are sweating as the Jays at about the midpoint here. They're up by 1, and the Jays are technically maybe winning 2-0 early. So there's got to be some sweat there. But they managed to hold the fort down as their bullpen comes in, and Chapman gets his 28th save of the season. So just a quick jump back there onto the Yankees game. We had 2 more National League games. Most importantly, Cardinals 5, Brewers 2, and the Cardinals won 9 in a row and are holding on to that last wildcard spot with all their might. And they're even taking on teams like the Brewers with fashion. They get out 2-0 early before, with Arenado's 33rd home run of the season, a 2-run shot. He's really starting to show he's been a big add for this team. In the 2nd inning, we do see the Brewers tie it back up with 2 solo shots of their own. Garcia and Arias both hitting solo shots off of Lester. Lester ends up cruising the rest of the way, and the Cardinals do add some runs in the 6th, 7th, and 8th. All generated, no home runs. And Lester does pick up his career 200th win, going 6 innings pitched, 200 runs. Just those 2 solo shots. Whereas Freddie Peralta on the other side goes 6, 3 earned runs, 9 Ks. Great outing for him. And it's actually the bullpen that kind of stutters and falls apart for the Brewers. But that's all right. They didn't send out their big guns, giving them some rest heading into the postseason. And the last game of the night for the wild card playoff race is the Braves coming back against the Diamondbacks after being down 3-2. They pile up a 7-run 5th inning. That's pretty much all it takes. Austin Riley 3-hit, 3 RBI night. Freeman a 3-hit multi all RBI night, and Adam Duvall hits his 37th of the season in that 5th inning, a 2-run shot, part of that 7-run inning. Eddie Rosario hits his 13th, coming late insurance in that 9th inning. Yanoa goes 4, 3 runs, 2 Ks, and then the bullpen does the rest for the Braves. Maya, 4 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, 4 Ks for the Diamondbacks. Let's jump in and take a look at the standings. Matt, I think you already left, but thanks for stopping by. I saw that you joined. But yeah, let's taking a look at the wild card side of it. Of course, Tampa, all these teams still pretty much holding on, can't be caught. But it's the Boston Red Sox out of action yesterday, taking now a 1.5 game lead on the wild card as the Jays lose, and the Yankees do win, pulling themselves half a game away from the Jays. Just one more loss, and those 2 teams, they still have a matchup against each other next week. So looking forward to that. The A's lose to the Mariners, which actually brings the Mariners 3 games out, whereas the A's are 2 games out, but they lost. They could have been 1, but they lost, and these 2 teams have a couple more games left in them. Looking down here, we got the Cincinnati Reds who won, but they're still chasing the team that's won 9 in a row, 3 games out. Padres fall another half game out because they were out of action, 4 games out. And the Phillies are 4.5 out, with them having a better chance at the division, but still 3 games out. So their chances at playoffs definitely took a hit last night with that loss to the Orioles. Orioles just doing what they said they would do and spoiling people's season. But there you have it, guys. Short games. Mixed up the order a little bit, left the Yankees there for a second, but we still got it done. So thanks for stopping by. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning as we recap more of this crazy playoff race. Thanks for watching. Peace out.